Let's do it.
I'm actually excited about this one.
This one's crazy. This one's our Mount APO disaster, Philippines' highest mountain. I guess this mountain's kind of like Everest of Philippines. It's very dangerous. There's been a lot of mishaps on this mountain climb, so I'm excited to see it. And honestly, when I get over there, I love hiking and doing stuff like this. So, I mean, as dangerous as it sounds, it kind of makes me want to do it even more.
Well, this one's from Will Dasovich. We've done a couple of his videos. He's actually really good.
Oh yeah, his channel's awesome.
Creator. So if you guys get a chance, go check out his channel. Give him a subscribe. Give him a thumbs up, and I give him some love.
Will
Dasovich. It's short because of the screen.
Oh, okay. Will Dasovich. Shout out Will Dasovich. We'll put his original video link in there, his name in there, and our credits at the end.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this first one started. This one's about 26 minutes long.
Let's go.
Mount APO, the largest, highest, and pinaka-dangerous mountain in the entire Philippines. And when I say dangerous, I mean dangerous talaga, as in hikers have died trying to climb this unforgiving trail.
The 27-year-old James Davila Alvarez reportedly got nauseated first and complained of shortness of breathing before he passed out.
In the local language, APO signifies master, and it's not only a mountain, but an entire national park that is considered to be a sacred realm of the indigenous communities holding cultural roots that extend deep within the forest. Hiking this mountain is not only a physical challenge, but an entire spiritual experience that you will feel with each step in this ancient sanctuary. This is a story about how some crazy guy named Will Dasovich convinced me to climb this magical mountain, almost killing me. Well, not so much me, but more of himself, as he literally almost fell off a cliff but was rescued by one of our tour guides. On top of that, his Kawawa assistant is in the hospital as we speak, and his road manager, who I just met a few hours ago.
So guys, I'm going to pause just for one moment as he's mentioning like the dangers of this. I was going through his comments, and this was one of his top commenters. I'm going to put this up for you guys real quick. So this was a warning from one of his top commenters.
To anyone who would like to recreate this fast-paced hike, I would highly recommend you to avoid this, especially to hikers not used to high elevation places. Why? Because some people can develop altitude sickness for as low as 2,000 meters or 6,500 feet, and Mount APO is roughly around 10,311 feet. Wow, that's super high.
That's super high.
The one next to our house is like 11,000 feet, and when you get to the top of that thing, like, bro, you can see everything 360 around you. It's crazy.
That's beautiful.
Hiking up this elevation at this rate is quite dangerous, and it's more of a can my body acclimate this or not. This is a life-threatening issue and should not be taken lightly. A lot of people have already completed this trek, but hopefully you, the one reading this, would not get altitude sickness. This can be avoided by going up Mount APO at a slow rate to give time for your body to acclimate. Interesting.
Yeah, I've got this down here. This is
Read
why.
it out, bro.
So if you ever feel symptoms, and this is from the time frame, I guess in the video, it shows some of the symptoms: nausea, lightheadedness, or dizziness, headache, or feeling tired or shortness of breath. The only way to reverse this is by descending from the elevation you are in. Do not ascend higher by any means, as the symptoms will just get worse and you will probably die. That's pretty serious. If you do not wish to descend, you can stay where you are, wait 24 hours, and acclimate if symptoms persist. So you'd actually have to, like, once you start feeling sick, like, you can't go. You just got to, like, camp out, sit and wait 24 hours, and hopefully you feel better. Do not attempt to climb again until your symptoms have completely disappeared. Hikers and mountaineers, please spread this awareness. Peace out.
I've never experienced that before on hiking
intense.
up. I've never experienced that before hiking up that high of a mountain. So I guess you just lightheaded and you just don't really like want to move anymore.
I mean, people get sick, they vomit. So I mean, yeah, some people just get really ill from it. It affects everybody differently. That's crazy. All right, back to it, guys.
I still want to do it. Still want to do it.
You can try it.
Looks like she wants to kill me. If you ever thought of hiking this mountain, this video should give you every reason why you should do it and serve as your ultimate guide. Climbing Mount APO is hard, But traveling to Mount Apo is as hard. People from all over the world, like myself from Argentina, everyone knows that, travel to the Philippines to climb this beautiful mountain. But getting to this mountain in the deep jungles of Mindanao is not easy task if you're coming from Manila and your flight gets cancelled 3 times within the same 24 hours. At least that's what happened to us.
Oh my god, dude. It just says our flight got moved.
I was screwed.
Yeah, dude. We are.
What do we do, bro?
Shateka, our flight got cancelled.
Ay, oo.
What can go wrong
That's the
will
worst,
go wrong.
man.
We just got a message from PAL saying they moved our flights, which means by the time we get to Mount Apo, we might be starting our trek at 12 a.m. So we are doing this hike with 0 hours of sleep. We're pulling an all-nighter
Oh my
tonight
God.
and gonna hike up and down Mount Apo in 24 hours.
Holy cow.
And why 24 hours, you may ask? Because if you're a member of the Bully Husband Club and you have a new daughter who was just born last week, you cannot spend too much time traveling away from the webzilla. Just like with airlines, there is this concept that you can check in the Bully Husband Club manual called Marry Miles. When you're accumulating miles for traveling through good deeds like taking out the trash, cleaning the floor, doing the dishes, and everything that a husband should do, you can marry miles if you do special things. Now, unfortunately, I already used all of them when I traveled to Qatar to watch Messi win the first World Cup from Argentina. So as of now, I only have enough marry miles to be gone for 24 hours max, and that includes flying. And that is why we have to go to Mount Apo, hike it up and down, and then fly back all within the same day. Welcome to the Bully Husband
Why
Club.
did you do that? Why not give yourself more time?
I don't know.
The best case scenario is we land at 9 p.m. in Davao, plus 3 hours to Calatagan. We're gonna be destroyed.
By this time in the video, this is already the second time our flight got cancelled. As I'm panicking about our delayed flight and the zero sleep we will get, Will is entertaining by the idea of making up some BS that is good for us and adds another challenge and challenges blah 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 blah.
You know, for me, it just adds to the challenge. At least now we can do this without sleeping, you know?
Okay, so I'm gonna go home.
I'll see you at the airport later. Nico?
Yes?
Dude, I'm almost to the airport and I just got another message from PAL.
No.
It says...
I think that's that's the one part I'm not looking forward to. You know, like when leaving the US first is how long that flight is getting out there.
Like 26 hours, right?
Dude, I mean, if you have no cancellations like this,
That's
it's
true.
26
Yeah,
hours.
so
If
it could
it's
be longer.
perfect, then yeah, it's 26 hours. If not, it can be
God.
anywhere from 2 days to sometimes 3 days between the cancellation of flights and the
Yeah.
holdups, and you never know what could go wrong. But dude, just
Yeah.
I've done a 8-hour flight before, and I was not, bro. My ADHD, I was just like every
Losing it.
5 seconds, like just wanting to get up. So 26 to 30 hours, bro. Oh my
I
god.
talked to a guy last night that I drove. He works for the UFC,
Mhm.
and they travel him all over the world for all the different fights. And that was the thing he said. He's like, I hate traveling. He goes, some of the countries we go to, it's literally like anywhere from 24 to even up to 36 hours. Could you imagine
Dude,
36
oh my
hours
God.
flying, traveling?
Being in a tube with
Yeah.
wings, just
He's like, sometimes, you know, they'll be generous and they'll give me like the business class. So he's like, I got some leg room where I can kind of lay back. He goes, but 99% of the time, he's like, they just put me in economy. So he's like, I'm sitting in this tiny little chair. I've got 2 people crushed up against me, and you're there for 36
I
hours.
mean, like a full 2-hour massage and a chiropractic
Oh.
adjustment after that flight.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my mind. I couldn't
I need
go
to
that long.
like, I don't know. I need to take like a sleeping medication so I could just sleep for 24
Yeah,
hours.
just
'cause
knock me
that's
out.
brutal.
Wake me up when it's over.
Our new flight, what time? 7? 7 o'clock is our new flight. They messaged 2 minutes ago.
Bro, it's impossible. We cannot do this. Oh my gosh.
So this is the part where things got complicated. Initially this trip is supposed to be just me and Dasovich. But then Dasovich decides he wants to vlog and make branded videos, so now he needs to bring his assistant, his road manager, who I think he secretly has a crush on because I've seen the way he looks at certain girls where he giggles a lot, always smiling, blah 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 blah, doing pa cute around them. Anyways, I digress. So he also brings his dad, who looks like me, meaning now that there are 5 of us in total. However, the other 3 people who are with us had their flight get delayed even longer, so now me and Dasovich are alone on the plane, and Dasovich is stressing out because the rest of his team is still back in Manila. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we just landed in Davao, and I
Bro, this is like turning out to be a nightmare, bro.
More
than
his
nightmare.
camera, I have his gear, I have everything, but I don't know where he is.
So after leaving all his camera gear with me and then getting lost in the airport, Dasovich says absolutely worst thing he can say to me and surprise me with this.
Alright, so this is the scary part. This is where I have to tell Nico that I'm not joining him.
What?
I'm not joining you.
What?
Why are you not joining me? I came here for you. You're not joining me. You just joke.
Oh, no.
I left my family because of you. Hi Sandra, this is Nico. We just landed. Okay, we're coming out.
Because I can't leave the other guys that got left behind, you know? But they should be here in an hour and a half, so I'll just wait for an hour and a half. You go, you get some sleep. I'll wait for them. I'll meet you at the lodge.
Oh man, dude, I'd be pissed too.
You're joking. I hope you're doing this because of the vlog.
No, dude.
No, you know what is gonna happen. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna start trekking at 12, and you're not gonna make it. We're gonna both go to APO separately. That was not the whole reason why we came for this trip. You have to think, did we came here with a purpose, with the mission? You came here for a family trip. If you came here for a family trip, you should have told me. I would have brought my wife and my kids that are missing. There's a purpose. What do you want to do? You're not leaving them behind. They're joining later. We were supposed to do the climb up and down same day, so that's why we need to be there. They're gonna sleep there. They have more flexibility. We don't. We have to go up and down in 10 hours. They were about to sleep there, right? So they can arrive later, sleep.
Dude, how
sleep later,
stressful is
sleep
this,
there.
bro? I'm like
We don't
stressed
have that
watching
I
this.
know the tension.
Oh my god, dude.
Alright, I can't vlog this. This is serious.
Sometimes Will says drama is good for the vlog, blah blah blah. But when he says that it is kind of a
I
joke,
don't know what as her expectation.
this was not a joke. This was a real situation. Dasovich wants to wait for the group who had even more delayed flight so that we can climb.
I feel for this because like doing a collab with somebody that I don't know how well they know each other, but it doesn't. I don't know. It kind of doesn't seem like they know each other like that well. Maybe I'm not 100% sure, but. Dude, doing a collab like as a YouTuber to another YouTuber and stuff like that goes down. It just makes the it's so awkward and there's so much tension there.
Yeah,
and you're on no sleep, so you're not thinking straight because you have no sleep. You're jet lagged, like you're just angry, like you just want to take a shower. You want to go lay down and stuff. And man, I mean, I've had a situation. We've had a collab before where somebody canceled on us 40 minutes before a live stream, and I know what that's like. So having him do that to somebody like while they're there in person has got to be even worse. I can't
live stream is one thing. You're sitting at home chilling, relaxing. Like this, they're traveling. They got so many other stressors that are going on.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to be going to hike a mountain. Now he's going by himself to do it. Like,
jeez, dude.
He was invited to come do this with him.
That's
the bad part.
I'd probably, if I was doing it, I would probably just be like, all right, I'll just go do it by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, as shitty as that sounds, I guess that's what I would do because you already went that far.
Yeah, you might as well just keep going. Just do it.
Wow.
All together, but I don't have enough Mari miles to stay in Mindanao another day. I have to be back in Manila by tomorrow, or else
I'm gonna kill you, Nico.
You know how hard it's gonna be?
Intense.
I have no idea what we're up against. We're going up and down a mountain in 24 hours. Like, how hard could it be?
It's not 24 hours, it's 10 hours. I wish we had 24 hours. We have to be down before 4 p.m.
I've been up for 48 hours, basically.
Are you ready?
No.
Neither do I.
Part one, the farm.
okay, guys. This hike can be broken into 4 different segments, and this
You
is
have to
part
start
1.
that early in the morning.
Our
like
journey
at the
begins in the
beginning
middle of the
day.
night in pitch black darkness where
12 a.m.
I don't think they were supposed to start that early initially, but because of the flight delays and everything that happened, this is kind of what happened to them. So now they have to.
You know how sketchy that is, hiking at night?
Yeah.
When we were out here hiking the mountains in the daytime, there was a tarantula like bigger than my hand. Like we just stopped. We were like so tired. We stopped and took a break, and then we looked down, and I swear there was a tarantula
bigger than our hand.
Of my hand or bigger. And I was like, holy crap. So doing that at nighttime, and they're in a rainforest area.
Oh yeah, there's way bigger stuff out there.
Yeah, like you're just walking
and you can't see it.
You're just walking face first into webs and stuff like that.
I'm good, man.
No, and snakes too. It's wet and stuff out there. There's a lot of snakes, spiders, and other things that want to kill you.
No thanks.
That's sketchy.
I'll pass.
You couldn't see your own 2 feet in front of you if not for a headlamp. Trekking through mud while surrounded by the sounds of horses and livestock, this is why we call it the farm. This is by far the easiest part of the hike, because it's pretty flat. The sooner you get over the fact that you're about to suffer for the next 24 hours, then for us, the better. Because once that feeling is out of your system, you can enjoy the natural sounds of the sacred land that you are entering. And suffering isn't as bad, as long as you have someone who will suffer right by your side. In my case, I have Dasovich.
Touchdown to our first junction, we've gained 500 meters.
And we lost 1 kilo.
I can't see.
This is part 2, the jungle. Here where things start to get dangerous. The ledges become steeper, trails become slippery, and it's only inevitable to start stumbling and taking some falls. The important thing is, just don't fall off the edge.
Oh, jeez.
Already?
You okay?
Just started.
Terrence.
It's pretty intense hiking, though. I remember they're doing it at night.
Last one was to be a biologist, and before him was a priest.
A 51-year-old priest died
wow.
shortly after he collapsed while climbing Mount APO.
Oh my god, that's so sad. Imagine you go hiking and that's your last day.
Goody
Like,
base
that's
camp, we
crazy,
made it.
bro.
4 a.m. base camp.
We are more than halfway there. Keep going.
So they said it took them 4 hours just to get to the base camp.
That's
the base of it.
insane.
4 hours. They haven't even gone up yet.
My gosh.
That's intense.
That's a long hike. Dude.
Wala akong food. I'm going to die.
When you hit base camp, distance-wise you're halfway, but in reality, with the harsh terrain you have ahead and the difficulty of the preceding hike, I say you're really only 1/3 of the way. Fighting to keep our eyes open and no time to camp given our particular time crunch, of course I have my secret power, the 5 minutes nap, something Dasovich cannot do.
You good? 5-minute nap? Alright.
The jungle is the longest part of the trek, and at times it feels like it's never going to end.
We're never gonna reach the summit.
I can
beautiful.
smell it, the sulfur. I didn't know this was a volcano.
It's a volcano.
Oh, there's sulfur?
Yeah.
That's why there's sulfur.
Dormant until they
Wow,
wake
that's a
up.
lot
It's
more
smoky.
dangerous than I
Tall
thought.
volcano
That
was
adds a
dormant too
brand
and it
new element.
exploded. Stage
Not just
1
the elevation,
farms,
but
check.
smelling
Stage
sulfur,
2
I mean, that's probably
Fanglin
not
Forest,
good for you.
check. Stage 3 boulders, here we are. After the boulders, then we head for the summit.
Part 3.
Welcome to the boulders.
Wow, look at the
This is the
sulfur,
most unique
like,
part of
coming
the
out of
trek,
that.
the most beautiful but also the most dangerous.
That's gorgeous.
Hey, this is a sick shot, bro.
So that's sulfur coming
Yeah.
out. Oh,
That's gotta smell bad, though.
oh
Yeah,
my
look.
God.
Oh, this is strong. Yo, the boulders are... I did not expect this. This is easily the hardest part of this climb.
Poisonous gases in your face, uncontrollable coughing, the disappearance of any sort of trail, and perilous drops from rock to rock with no sight in end. The boulders was our
Yikes.
breaking point.
They're already,
This is not the summit.
they're already
Apparently there's
above the
mountains
clouds and they
behind
still
those
gotta go up
mountains.
higher.
Yeah.
How much longer? Stop the bullshit. Stop the 1 kilometer. Stop the 300 meters. Give me a boy leg. How much longer? I see like 10 summits. Every time there's summit, it's another summit. It's another summit. Where's the summit? Where's the summit?
He's losing it.
Distance. Where's the
It's walking distance.
That's a drill joke that he threw like 3 times already. It's pretty good though.
200 meters ago you said it's only 300 meters.
That's still a walking distance.
Still walking distance.
Oh, we completed.
That's amazing. He's not even out of
Step 2
breath.
of the
Nah,
boulders.
he's chilling.
Step 2 or 3, I'm losing track, but step 3 is done. We're now to the white sand.
What are we doing this again?
I don't know, like to dig deep and be inspirational and challenge yourself. All that's That's what you feel right now, but in the editing cave after it's done, we'll come up with some like inspirational story of why we like doing this.
Can you see we're above the clouds? We're in cloud 9.
We're in
The
cloud 9, but
editing
I
cave.
feel like we're in hell. You know, we're struggling, we're in pain, we want it to be over with, we forget why are we here. Why are we here? We're regretting it. But When you suffer together with someone, it creates this unique type of bond that you can't build doing anything else. So being in misery together makes us closer. Like, you know, between you and Erwin Youssef, I always don't know who's my better friend.
But now it's me.
Like, for the moment, yeah, because like, we're struggling together. So.
For the moment.
The climb was worth it because of those words. Like you choose me over. You should think.
I tried, but look, you can't see it. That's the summit. We're so close. We're almost there.
I wonder if the gas like burns your eyes and
Oh,
stuff
I'm
too.
sure sulfuric acid.
Come on, guys. Can we be like the adventures?
The adventures.
They've got to be close now. They look like they were kind of close when they took that first
Yeah.
I'm
break.
gonna send the wheel to Solen, so she gets everything in case anything happens. Or to this beauty. Oh, we're here in Mount Apo. We already did 1,400 meters, and then you think, oh, we're at the summit. We're almost there.
1,400 meters.
You have to climb that
3,600
Wow.
feet.
right there.
They still have so far to
No, it's
go.
like 4,200 feet.
Oh my god, dude.
And you're running it?
So wait, it was 10,000 some feet and they're only at 42? Holy crap, they're not even halfway done.
Oh, that's cool. Like a little lake up there.
It's not man, it is a crater.
This is not summit. Oh my god.
What's I can't think of, what am I trying to say? What's horrible, what's ridiculous is there's a big twist to this whole story. And it's that to do this again.
Okay, so wait, we haven't summit yet. So we're about to reach the summit, and the way I see you, if you want to go down and up
Is it
again.
raining up there?
Yeah.
Or is that
because
snow?
You want to go to your,
Snow.
with your dad, and bro, I don't think you can do it. I don't think you should go down and up again. I'm literally
Can you turn this up?
holding
I
you
can't
right
hear
now
it.
for you not to fall. And we're still not in the summit. Still another 15 minutes.
So that what you just said, that you think I can't do it, that will make me for sure be able to do it. Because that's how I drive. That's how...
Why you die?
Is that the summit? They made it to the summit? Oh, they made it.
This is the highest part of the Philippines.
That's the highest part of the Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta do that now. If they made it, I can make it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna hike back down, and then I'm gonna hike back up.
That's crazy.
I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. So let's go get back down so we can go hike back up.
They're gonna go back down to
Again?
go back up?
Why?
Whoa, that's crazy to be up there.
That's like Death Valley when you were out there. Man.
That's honestly so wild how fast the weather changes.
This is
Jeez,
that
dude.
was pretty intense.
So people maybe like die because they get blown off the mountain or something. Lose their balance.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, high winds on mountains is super sketch.
Surprise! Surprise! Look who it is.
Oh, so they're going to meet everybody to come back up?
Oh yeah, because they were behind you.
I forgot.
So they got to do it again.
So after blasting our knees coming down from the stupid boulders, we made it back to the forest where we ran into the rest of the group that got left behind in the 3 times play delay situation. Now insane, over-ambitious Iraulo, Dasovich keeps making the stupid joke that is going back up again. He walks with me all the way back to the farm to tell me this.
Alright, this is the end.
We made it.
Now I'm gonna go back up.
It was at this moment I realized he really isn't joking. Balu talaga.
Sure you don't wanna go?
Of course I don't wanna go. What is wrong with you? This guy needs a psychiatrist. Imagine, he tried to convince me to do it again as if I'm crazy as him. This is where I live the block. You're on your own, Dasovich. Good luck and I hope you survive.
Check my IG stories if I make it.
He didn't
I've
go.
run out of miles and times to go back to my
So
son.
check my IG story to see if I
Sayonara.
make it.
Hiking Mount Apo the second time around was a completely different experience, and it allows me to paint a better picture of what this trail is really like because one, it's daylight, so I can actually see what I'm walking through. I didn't recognize
They were saying in the
any
Philippines
of the farm
they
area
have like
from
7 to
earlier
8
as I
people
didn't
sometimes riding on one motorcycle.
How can you fit that
7
many?
to 8? I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to go to the Philippines and see how they do it so we can do it.
They're better drivers than I am. I mean, I have a motorcycle, and I can't even stand having one person on the bike with me.
I know, it's all like wobbly and
Yeah,
stuff.
I couldn't imagine
7
3 or 4 people.
7 people's insane, dude.
No, I'm good on that.
See any animals or even know that there were people living at the base of the mountain. And number 2, this time I was with a different group and going at a much slower pace so I could really take in the atmosphere around me. The hike I did with Nico was more of an endurance test, and half the time we found ourselves doing a light jog, trying to push ourselves and keep up with our insane tour guide who happened to be an ultra marathon runner and is used to running up and down Mount Apo on his free days for fun. Going through the jungle, I realized it was more of a forest or a hybrid of the two, and it has to be one of the most unique forests I've ever been to in the Philippines. Recognizing different plants that I've seen back home in California mixed with a cool and foggy climate, at times it feels like you aren't even in the Philippines. It's a pretty magical place.
2 days in a row. You're so freaking.
So it's got to be cold maybe because they're wearing like full-on jackets.
Yeah, cold and wet.
Gabi pa ako namomotivate. Kasi nakita ko hapon.
You're scared.
When I think of the Philippines, I think like hot, humid, and they're like wearing sweaters out there.
The elevation's so high.
Maybe because the wind and the
I feel
rain and
numb
everything,
right
it
now.
makes it a
I just
lot
have no
chillier than it
feelings.
looks.
I think I always feel this way when I know what I'm about to be up against. I'm in so much pain right now. I got a good hour nap in, and when you sleep, I don't know if it's your body swelling up, but it's just like I woke up with my whole body's in pain, and it's about to be more pain.
You got it.
That's wild. So he went out there with no sleep,
Nothing.
and did it up and down twice.
That's pretty impressive.
Shout out to Will, man. That guy's a beast.
5,300 feet of
Oh man, I always get sleepy here at the top. Elevation dizziness.
Ooh, oh, that's what they were talking about.
Oh, that's super dangerous, man. Like passing out while you're
As the sun
standing up on
began
the
to
mountain.
rise with the fog
Fall over.
dissipating ahead, we had hit the summit. This time with a clear view where I could actually see more than 20 feet in front of me, unlike the previous attempt. Every time when I hit the peak of a climb, I experience the thing I call mountaintop clarity, where all tangled thoughts unravel and everything makes sense. Even I myself question the sanity and benefit of summiting this mountain twice. But once I was at the top, it was clear as day. On one end, I was able to solve the plane delay group separation crisis, as I was able to make both groups happy climbing with each team, because initially I had to choose one group or the other, but instead I shared this special moment with everyone. But on a deeper note, this double summit was an opportunity for mental callousing, willpower strengthening, and a special form of growth. Every year I try to attempt one memorable achievement, feat so extreme that it'll push me past my own perceived mental and physical limits.
He, when he was in the pool there, where he was taking his mask off, he was trying to beat the world record for longest breath held, I guess, like in a pool, and they do like a mental test at the end of it. And he held his breath for 5 minutes and 37 seconds underwater.
Holy cow.
And then came up and they asked him questions to see if he was still all there. Like he wasn't delirious or anything. And he passed. And so he broke the record by like 1 second or 2 seconds.
Is that like a Guinness Book of World Record type thing? Is that what that
Something like that. I don't know if it's just for the Philippines or if it was Guinness Book, but he broke a record. I watched it the other day. It was super impressive.
That's
the longest
incredible.
I've ever held my breath for was like 1.5 minutes. And I was like hurting, dude. So 5.5 minutes is crazy.
Wow, that's really impressive. Man. Good for him.
No matter how my year goes, be it boring, good, or bad, it won't be forgettable because I'll be able to look back at that one crazy thing I did and hold that memory with me for the rest of my life. And now, I will never be intimidated by climbing a mountain in the Philippines knowing that I was able to complete the highest one. But what's even more inspiring is my assistant. This girl just climbed her very first mountain. Shavina has never summited a mountain in her life, and through sheer will and determination, she was able to conquer the tallest one.
Don't stop, we're almost there.
Shout out to her, man. That's
With
brutal.
no exercise routine, no diet plan, pretty much no preparation at all, she was able to do it. And if she can do it,
Wow,
so can you.
That's impressive.
Another bucket, please. Check.
I'm thinking the only thing that separates the people that passed is just like terrible weather conditions.
Yeah.
Just like really shitty day out. They went up like that right there.
Yeah.
That's sketch.
Come on, let's go!
That's intense, man. Jesus, look at that.
How's his hat not blow off?
I don't know. What happened to her? What happened to her?
Her legs don't look after hiking.
Yeah, probably.
Probably so sore. You can you can actually, if you work out too hard, there's a thing called rhabdomyolysis.
Yeah.
It's basically like when too many red blood cells enter
They burst and it goes into the system
and all throughout your system.
Yeah,
and everything.
It can put you in the hospital, and I mean, worst case, probably kill you.
Yeah, because doesn't it like clog your heart or something like that? Or
something like that.
It's something weird. You look it up. It's called rhabdo. But I've got it when I did like intense CrossFit workouts before, and I couldn't like move my arms the next day for like 2 days straight. I couldn't put my arms down at all from doing like 300 and something pull-ups. And the next day I had rhabdo and both of my arms. So I was just like this walking around everywhere. It was weird, dude. I literally couldn't move my arms. So maybe that's what happened.
It's possible. Yeah, maybe
might have got rhabdo.
Oh, that would suck.
Dami nangyari. Ang dami nangyari.
Oh, there's a part 2 to this. Okay.
Incredible trip. I would highly recommend this. Everyone who's in the Philippines to do this at some point in your life, no matter what shape you're in. As dangerous as Nico and I both made it, it's really not dangerous as long as you go slow at your own pace. You can take 3 to 5 days if you want. For us, it's really the pace that made it dangerous. Moral of the story, don't try and hike Mount Apo in 24 hours if you care about safety, or 10 hours and try and get back if you have a wife Zilla and all that stuff. I just realized in this video we didn't get into the details or what happened when I slipped and I got saved by one of the tour guides who grabbed me and everything. There's so many things that happened in Mount Apo and I could make a whole other vlog on it. But instead, we just did a podcast where both Nico Bolsico and I talked about our entire Mount Apo experience.
I almost died in Mount Apo. I almost fell off the cliff when we were in the forest, that slippery cliff, and then I slipped. And then
the guy grabbed you. I saw you already being grabbed by the guy.
So if you want to find out more about that, check out the podcast linked below. We also talk about fun stuff, relationship stuff.
You know, you're the reason for my last breakup.
Wait, am I the reason for your last breakup? Shavina, are they still together or not?
His new baby who he's never talked about on social media yet, so we get into his new experience with his second porn. Check the podcast, linked below, video clips on YouTube, full thing is on
It would have been cool if you hired like a video guy to just film him going up there.
We have a ton of hydro flasks to give out, all different shapes and sizes, coffee mugs.
Wow.
So as you can see, we have cases and cases of hydro flasks. There's another box as well. So if you guys join this giveaway, one of you will win. There's at least 20, 30, maybe even 40. Help reduce the use and waste of plastic. Be cool and be part of the hydro flask gang. This was also an essential part of the hike, an essential part of my daily life. Go to Instagram, leave a like on this video right here, and comment tagging someone who you want to bring on your next hike with you. And you can comment anything. It really doesn't matter. We're gonna pick a ton of people in the comments and we're gonna give away these things like crazy. Be sure to follow my Instagram page and the Hydro Flash page. That video is a collab post between the two of us. They helped make this trip possible. Terrence Tour Guide and the CN Summit Company, link in the description below. Such a fun group of guys who
So did you see
help
that?
you.
So it's, I don't know if I can get back to it.
It's like a tour guide that they have going on.
Yeah, I wanted to
Terrence
see
Tour
that.
Guide and the CN Summit Company, link
The CN
Summit Adventures Travel and Tours.
Yeah, we need to hook up with them.
I'll definitely hook up with them because I don't want to climb that without any assistance, you know? Like, they know where to go and stuff. I don't want to just randomly do it.
Yeah, we'll definitely hook up with them. When we
you know what's scary, too, is, like, when you're hiking, it's crazy. Like, I went on dozen hikes with my friends out in national parks, and they were like so sure of themselves that we weren't going to get lost. And I was like, guys, really think about it for a second. Does anybody plan to ever get lost?
Of course not.
Like,
it just happens.
It's like it just happens, dude.
It
Like,
happened to us up in the mountains.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And we got lost out there. As soon as they said that, 2 hours into the hike, we were all lost. And I was like, do you guys see what I'm saying now? Like, no one just is like, hey, I'm just going to go get lost today. Like, it doesn't happen like that. It's just after 2-3 hours of hiking, everything looks the same. You're following one trail and you're like, oh, this one looks sick. And then you go down this trail and then you go down this trail. And the next thing you're like, you turn back around and there's like a fork of like 3 different ways to go. And you're like, shit.
Which one?
Which one do I go to?
On?
Everything looks the same. Every trail looks the same. And then it was starting to get dark too. And I was like, guys, you know, when it gets dark, everything's going to look the same, right?
Yeah,
like all you have is our iPhone light. And that only shines.
Yeah, you guys didn't have flashlights or anything, huh? Oh my God.
We didn't have anything. So after that hike, I just started making the decisions myself because I was like, these guys are going to get us killed.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
I planned it out myself after that.
Yeah, that's scary, man. Yeah, that happened to us up in the mountains when it was snowing. We got lost up there.
I know, dude.
That was pretty terrifying.
There was like a helicopter rescue team that was flying over our head, and I thought they were there for us, but then I saw them fly to the top of the mountain and pick up like 6 people from the top that I guess got stranded up there. They didn't know how to get back down, and the helicopter like was probably like 30-40 feet above our head at one point. And I was like, wow, we're in some sketchy territory. If there's helicopters out here coming to grab people out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, where we were on these boulders with the snow, and the only way down was like a vertical drop, and we were having to like climb our way down these like wet, slippery boulders.
Yeah, there was no trail at all. You just literally walk to the edge of a boulder and look down, and it's like
sheer drop,
70-foot drop. And you're like, damn, and you have to like backtrack, find another route down. It took us 6 or 7 hours to figure out how to get down from that mountain because there was no trail. We made our own trail.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was sketchy, and we had like this much water in our water bottle, and you were freaking chugging your water, dude. And I was like,
it was good, man.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it was yummy.
I was like, there's only a quarter of the water left, dude.
That was like a camel. I was storing it for later.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, that was pretty awesome, man. So that was Will Dasovich.
Shout out. Yeah. Shout out Will Dasovich. Well, like I said, when we cut up these videos, we'll post the whole live, and then we'll chop up each one of these videos, and we'll put the credit in there for everybody.
Yeah.
Jump over to Patreon. We're giving 7 days away for free over there. Also, 15% discount if you pay upfront for the whole year.
That was a killer deal.
That's a good deal, yeah. And then also make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for more. With that being said, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.